Right, so question number 17. So here they are asking for a triangle ABC, prove that the usual notation that this is true. So I'll be proving it to a triangle. So I'm going to take A, B, C. This is going to be A, this is going to be B, this is going to be C. So I'm going to draw normal here. I'm going to name this as AD. So I can write AD in forms of what? So if this is C, this length will be C, this length will be A, this length will be B. This is the usual notation, correct? Right? So in terms of the usual notation, we can write this, right? So now AD, right? AD can be written as what? AD can be written as C sin beta, correct? C sin B, sorry, B, right? So AD can be written as B sin C. So that means C over sin C is equal to B over sin B. Correct, no? Right? So then again you can draw normal here. Right? If you draw normal here, then this will take this as E. So BE is what? So BE can be written as C sin A, and B can be written as A sin C. That means C sin C is equal to A sin A. So if this is 1 and this is 2, so this C sin C is the common one. So you can put this all together and write it as A sin A, B sin B, C sin C. Right? So this is a very easy part. So write this down. Right. So they are asking us then to deduce that A equals B minus C, this thing, right? Saying us to deduce that, you know. Right. So now they are asking A equals B minus C cos A over 2 cosec B minus C over 2. Right? Okay. So they are telling us to deduce it. No? Okay. So I'm going to rearrange this. If we need to prove this, even if I prove this, even if I prove this, it is correct, no? Right? Okay. So I'm going to prove this. Right? So but they say to deduce it, no? So what am I going to do? So this is basically what you call, I am turning ABC into angles, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. So basically we have A equals sin A, B equals sin B, C equals sin C. Sorry, A over sin A equals B over sin B equals C over sin C. I'm going to equate it to so now these are all common ratios, no? To lambda. So that means A becomes lambda sin A, B becomes lambda sin B, C becomes lambda sin C. Right? So I took the previous what you call our finding to use this. Correct? No problem, no? So what am I going to do? So now A is what? Lambda sin A lambda sine B minus lambda sine C. Correct? So now lambda is omitted here. So it's basically what? So now it's basically sine A sine B minus sine C. So now sine A I can write in I can expand sine A right using half angle. So I'm going to do that. 2 sine A over 2 cos A over 2. So now these are reduction of sines. You can write that as what? 2 cos B plus C over 2 sine B minus C over 2. Right? So now what can I do? So now they are A, B and C, no? Correct? So now I know that A plus B plus C is what? 180. It's an angle. So an angle is a triangle. No? So now if I divide, so now there is B plus C. So in the answer there is no B plus C. No? Right? So I'm going to cut that. So I want to replace it somewhere. Correct? Right? So I'm going to take what's B plus C. B plus C is basically 5 minus A. So but that's half. So let's take half. Correct? So I'll get, so I can cut these two off. Sine A over 2 cos A over 2 cos 5 over 2 minus A over 2 sine B minus C over 2. Correct, no? Then what? So now what is something of cos 5 over something is what? Something sine. Remember? Alright? So this is basically what? This is basically sine A over 2. Right? So that means, so if I rewrite it, right? So now we get the answer. This cos A, if I take this up, right, it will be cos A over 2 cosec B minus C over 2. Right? Right. So part B says that show that for any real value of theta, the expression tan theta minus this thing cannot take any value between -7 and 1. Okay? So that's what they're asking. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay? So now they have given a statement. So now they are asking that whole statement can't be between -7 and 1. So always give the statement a name. Right? So then your life becomes pretty easy. Right? So I'm going to give this. So now this is basically a function of theta. So I'll take that f theta as tan theta minus 2 tan theta minus 5 over. Correct? Right? So this is a function of theta. So since this is a function of theta, I'm going to name this as y. So if theta tama, but I'm going to name that as y. This is for me for my simplification purposes. Right? So I find writing y is much more easier than writing f theta. Right? So that is, you all don't need to do it. I'm just saying my approach. Right? Okay. Then first of all, let's simplify this statement down, and then let's get some statement that we can actually compare on, right? So what I'm going to do here is now tan theta. So I'm going to expand this. That means 2 times. Now tan theta minus tan phi over 4 minus 1 minus tan theta tan phi over 4. Right? So what is tan phi over 4? That means tan 45. This is basically 1. This is basically 1. That means tan theta minus 2 tan theta minus 1 minus tan theta. So this is plus. Right? This is plus, because this is minus, so this will be plus. Right? Plus tan. Correct, no? Right? So then let's take this as a common factor here. Then 1 plus tan theta 1 plus tan theta minus 2 tan theta plus 2. So that is tan theta plus tan square theta minus 2 tan theta plus 2 1 plus tan theta. Correct? Right now? Is all right now? So we get this. So now we can further simplify this. Yeah. This is tan square theta minus tan theta plus over 1 plus tan. Right now, so write this down. Right, so we have got this now. So now we need to show that this y value is so for all real values of theta, right? So now I'm going to rearrange this formula. That means y 1 plus tan theta is equal to tan square theta minus tan theta plus 2. Okay. So if I rearrange this, tan square theta y tan theta, so minus 1 plus y tan theta is going to be tan theta. If I take this here, 2 minus y, right? Okay. So now it says a very important statement, right? It says that for any real value of theta, the expression is true, right? So now it doesn't say for all real tan theta values the expression is true. So there's a difference, no? But what's the logic here? When theta is real, tan theta is also real, right? So now when theta is real, tan theta is also real, right? So because of that, in order for this to be real, right? We know what we have to do now. We have to take the what you call delta tan x, basically, right? So in order for the equation to have real roots, right? So in order for this to have delta tan theta should be greater than or equal to 0. Agreed? Right now? So now this statement for that for this tan theta to real, for tan theta to be real, now this function delta tan theta should be greater than 0. Correct? Right now? So so if we continue, right? So now this is, so now the coefficient of this is 1. This is basically B. This is basically A. This is basically C. So basically B square minus 4AC is greater than or equal to 0. Correct. So B is what? 1 plus y square minus 4 into 1 into C. Agreed? Right now? So then what? So now this is 1 plus y square plus 2y minus 8 minus 4 into minus y is going to be plus 4y. Correct? Right now? It's going to be greater than 0. That means y square plus 6y minus 7 is going to be greater than or equal to 0. That means y plus 7, no, 7 into 1, so yeah, y plus 7, y minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. So 7 into 1 is minus 7, so 7y minus 1, right? So now this is the requirement of y. That means what? What does that mean? That means y is minus 7, y is minus 6. So now if we evaluate, if you put something like minus 8 or something, this will become minus. This will also become minus. So this is basically plus. Right? So this should be greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. So this is right. So if you put something like 0 here, which is between minus 1 and minus 7 and 1, you will get positive here, negative here. That means it's negative. If you put something like 2, positive, positive. It will be positive. So basically y or this expression lies between, so now y is what? It is the element of minus infinity to minus 7, right? And 1 to plus infinity. Correct? What does that mean? That means this y does not lie between minus 7 and 1. Okay? So that is y does not lie between minus 7 and 1. So that's what we need to show. Correct? Right? So part C. So now part C says express 5 cos square theta plus 18 cos theta sin theta plus 29 sin square theta in a way as a plus b cos 2 theta plus l. Correct? So that's what they are asking. So now this is a very big simplification game. Okay, so how can we do it? Right? So now what I am thinking is that there is a constant. Okay? A is a constant, no? Right? So when there's cos square theta and sin square theta as well, right? And then there's a cos addition of 2 theta and an alpha. Okay. So now definitely I can get a constant. I can get a constant instantly by taking what 5 cos square theta plus sin square theta, right? Plus so this becomes what 9 times 2 sin theta cos theta plus, so now I've already taken 5 of this, so that means 24 sin square theta. Agreed? Right? So now this becomes 1. So I get some sort of a constant now. Right? So 5 plus this is 9. So 9 times this is what? This is basically 2 theta. So I know that I need in 2 theta terms. So this I get sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta. Right? This is 9 times sin 2 theta. Oh, sorry. Equal. Plus, now I can actually write this in terms of 2 theta as well. Right? So why is that? Because this part here. This is because cos 2 theta I can write in 1 minus 2 sin square theta. That means what? That means sin square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta 1 over 2. That is 24 is anyway there. 1 minus no. Yeah. 1 minus cos 2 theta over 2. Right? Right now? So I basically use this. So now I can again cut these off. Right? So now I'm going to simplify this. That means 5 9 sin 2 theta plus 12 minus 12 cos 2 theta. Correct? Right, so now I get another constant. That means 17 plus 17 plus 9 sin 2 theta minus 12 cos 2. Correct now? Right? So now I remember that 9 what do you call that at 9 12. Okay, so I have to somehow, I have got the constant part out, so now that's done. Now I need to somehow get this cos 2 theta thing, and there is a 2 theta part anyway. So if I want to make a cos 2 theta, I definitely need to make this point, this thing somehow a cos thing, right? So that's how I'm done thinking this out. Now because it's 9 and 12, I'll get this as 15. Right? This is what do you call Pythagoras, right? 9. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 15 out, right? This is 9 over 15 sin 2 theta. No, I'm going to actually take the cos theta thing first. So I'm going to make this minus. That means 12 over 15 cos 2 theta minus 9 over 15 sin 2 theta. Okay, now do I need a sin here or a cos here? I need a cos there because the form they are asking is cos 2 theta plus alpha, right? So this should be a cos alpha somehow. So for me to get a alpha cos alpha here, I have to make this as alpha, right? If this is alpha, cos alpha is 12 over 50, sin alpha is 9 over 50. Correct now? So now I'll get cos alpha cos 2 theta. This is sin alpha sin 2 theta. Correct now? So basically, what's this? This is basically the expansion of cos 2 theta plus alpha, right? This is 15 cos 2 theta plus alpha. So now what are they asking? So now if I compare this with a plus b cos 2 theta plus alpha, a is 17, b is what? B is minus 15, alpha is cos inverse 12 over 50. Right now? So yeah. Okay, so now they are asking, hence or otherwise find the general solution of the equation. So now, as I said before, hence the easiest way is the hence way. The otherwise way is pretty hard. You have to rethink now. So because this is a very timed exam, so do it in the hence way. So now what have we found? So we have found out that 5 cos square theta plus 18 cos theta sin theta plus 29 sin square theta is equal to 17 minus 15 cos 2 theta plus alpha. Right, so this is our finding. So they are saying is we can use this term. Right, so remember these are findings. So now let's first simplify this term. What does it say? We have to find general solution on this one. Cos x plus sin x square plus 2 cos x plus 5 sin square is equal to 90. Correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this now. That is 8 cos square x plus sin square x plus 2 sin x cos x plus 2 cos squared x plus 25 sin squared x plus 10 sin x cos x plus 9. Right, so remember I need to make this in terms of cos square theta, sin square theta, sin theta, cos theta. Right, so that is my objective. Right, so then I can simplify it in that way. Right? This is basically 1. That means 8 1 plus 2 sin x cos plus 2, this also I can write no cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 24 sin square x sin squared x plus 10 sin x cos x equals 90. Correct, no? Right? So now this is also 1. Okay? So now if I rewrite this down, I'll get 8 16 sin x cos x plus 2 plus 24 into is what? 48 sin squared x plus 20 sin x cos x equals 90. Correct, no? Right? So now what am I going to do? Right? So there is no constants here, so I'm going to put all the constants there. Right? So basically I have 36 sin x cos x plus 48 sin squared x equals, so 19 minus 2 minus 8 is 9. Correct. So now here I have some sort of sin thing, but I don't have any cos thing. Correct. So now what? And I see that this is what? This is what? This is 18 into 2, no? Right? So I'm going to manipulate this one. Right? So I'm going to do what I'm going to do here is that now what do you call so there was a so I have to make this twice as 29 as well. Okay, so I have to make this, this is 18 into 2, I can make this 29 into 2 is what? 58, no? Correct. So what I am going to do here is I am going to let's say now so I'm going to, now this is 36 sin x cos x plus I'm going to make this 58 sin square x. So that means I added 10 sin square x. I'm going to reduce 10 sin square x. No problem, right? So then there is 5 cos theta. So I need the double of it. That means I need 10 cos. So I'm going to add 10 cos square theta. So if I add it, I have to subtract it as well. Minus 10 cos square. That is equal to 9. Correct? So now this becomes 36 sin x cos x. So I'm going to take this and this. then 58 sine squared x plus 10 cos squared x. And this I can write as 10 sine squared x plus cos squared x equal 9. Correct? Right? So this is basically 1. So you know, if you were actually smart about this, you could have done this from this step itself. There's a 8 plus 2, there's a 10 there. So you could have actually if you were smart enough, you would have actually taken 10 equals 10 times sine square plus cos square, then you would have got this answer directly. But what to do? So now that's how the exam is, right? So now this is basically 2 times 5 cos squared x 80 sin x cos x plus 29 sin squared x. So you put the 10 there, so it will become 90. Correct, no? So you get this. So now this part you can substitute here. It's the same part. It's just that this is x and this is theta. That's all. Right? So first write this down, then just do it. Right? So now we get this. Now right? So now we got this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute this 2 times this part. That is this one. 17 minus 15 cos. This is 2 theta now. No. This is 2x. Right now, because this is x now equals 9. Okay. So now what? So now this is 34 minus 30 cos 2x plus alpha equals 19. So then what? Then I'll get 34 minus 19 is what? 15. So now basically cos 2x plus alpha is 15 over 30, that is half. Correct, no? So now half is what? Cos 5 over 3. Right now? So now you need to know about the general solution. So now general solution for cos theta if is equal to cos alpha, that means theta will be 2n phi plus or minus alpha where n is an integer. Correct? So now so the way I told you all to keep this in mind is because all STC n phi 2n phi is this. So here either you go here or here, it cost will be plus. So that's why that's just the way for you all to remember. Okay. So right. So now here. So now people mistakenly don't understand this properly. So if you properly understand this concept, that means theta is this whole part. 2x plus alpha is equal to 2n phi plus or minus phi over 3. Right? So this alpha and this alpha, those are different. Right? So understand the concept. Right? Because if you don't understand the concept, it will happen. So here you will get, so now you need to find x, no? So 2x is equal to 2n5 plus or minus 5 over 3 minus alpha. X is, you divide by 2, n5 plus or minus 5 over 6 alpha over 2. So now you have to write n is an integer and alpha is what? Alpha is what we previously found. No? That was cos inverse 12 over 50. So that's basically it, right?